work? Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? And it's working. Okay, hey, what's up, everybody? I hate ads. Okay, so tonight I am going to be beating Nancy Drew, the Alibi and Ashes. I was about to say another game. And I am playing the Alibi and Ashes this weekend because Friday was Nancy Drew's 87th birthday due to the books, which you can see right there. 87 years ago, Friday, the first Nancy Drew book was released. So I'm just kind of having a Nancy Drew weekend. And what better way to celebrate Miss Drew's birthday than having her in one of the best games she's in. Yeah, so I've been showing my artwork a little bit, and I actually this kind of really I don't really like what I did, and y'all know in a second. From a game called Halo, I drew the main guy, the Master Chief. So, and this is what I did, but I don't like this thing right here. I tried to do the Halo ring from the game, and it didn't really turn out the way I was envisioning in my mind. So I'm probably just gonna, like, cut it off at, like, this point. Just have this. So, yeah, but there's... Get down some. There's Chief. Ooh. Anyway. I got me a drink because last night I played for 2.5 hours and my throat was killing me by the end. And like I was like, it's like every time I talk, my voice is like this, or like it felt like really raspy. So. So, but anyway, let's get into the game. 1 second. Work with me, your game. There we go. Alright. Okay. Got my big headphones. And let's get into the game. The last thing we did... Did I mute myself? I did not. Okay, good. Me let the game for me. Okay, first, I remember something. I couldn't get the game to progress for me. Like, okay, why can I not get this thing to go? And then it hit me that Carson Drew, we asked him something and said, give me a call back in a few minutes. And I never did that.
Nancy, hi.
Dad, come on.
I need to go. Talk to you soon.
Take care.
I think it's not going to work. Okay, let's call Ned and have him go talk to Alexi and Brenda and...
I'm passing the case to you, Ned.
Well, everyone.
Time to help Nancy.
Hey, I'm already here.
Hi.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Thanks a lot.
Hi, welcome. What can I get for you?
Can you tell me what happened during the fire?
It's still an open investigation. I can't give that information out to just anyone. I am a city official, so I have a certain responsibility here.
Nancy saw a snowflake ice cube, just like what you use here, at the fire's point of origin.
Yeah.
That's some compelling evidence. Does she still have it?
She's being mean.
You don't seem to like Nancy, from what I've seen.
What are you implying?
Oh, just...
Maybe you're a little too willing to see Nancy take the blame.
I know you're upset, but don't forget who you're talking to here. Nancy has done a lot of very good things for the community, that is true. But she's also been a colossal nuisance.
She's done a lot for this city.
Yeah, come on.
Done a lot. But how many times did we actually ask for her help?
Nancy Drew is the best thing that ever happened to this city.
Yeah.
Touché. You are very passionate about this, I see.
No duh.
Let's hope for your sake that you're right. This town frowns upon people who associate with known felons.
She's making me mad.
Is there anything at all you can tell me about the fire?
Obviously, it's a sad moment in the town's history, but the way this community has responded really shows off what's great about this city and this country.
Bye.
Goodbye.
She makes me mad. Just because what she said about Nancy, I mean, come on. That's not fair.
Hello.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Hello?
Tony thinks that you're bitter about what happened to you,
Well, of course I am. You would be too.
and that you're jealous of Nancy.
Stop right there. If you're going where I think you are,
She suggested that you might be angry enough to take it out on Nancy for having everything that you don't.
get out! Get out of my store! Now! Leave me alone.
Okay. Bad tactic. Okay. Who did that? Maybe then he'll talk to me.
Leave me alone.
Okay. Man, you're so cranky.
Hi.
Okay.
Goodbye.
See you later.
Hello?
Hey.
Why were you really at the old town hall?
I wasn't. I was just passing by.
We have evidence that you were there. What were you doing?
I was trying to open the time capsule.
Why?
That's none of your business. I didn't start the fire. I don't have to put up with this harassment.
Why do you have ether? Couldn't something like that be used to start a fire?
It could, in theory. But if that was real, it would have probably evaporated or exploded by now.
True.
If everything is so bad for you here, why didn't you leave?
I could have run away, but this is where my life was taken away from me. This is the only place I could one day get it back.
I heard that Carson Drew worked on the team that prosecuted your case.
He did.
What kind of cases did you take on when you were a detective?
No case too big, no fee too small, I used to say. I worked a lot of cases. I know it's silly. I do miss it. I used to be Magnificent Markovic, Kid Detective. That wasn't my nickname, that was who I was. When it was gone, I was just Alexei. Whoever that is.
Poor guy.
Do you think anyone will ever believe your side of things?
My parents, they would say, Alexei, do not worry. The truth will one day make itself known. But in my life, all evidence points to the contrary.
Are you trying to get back at Carson by framing Nancy?
If I had a problem with Carson, I'd go after Carson, not Nancy.
Could be lying.
Did you know that Carson took classes from J.P. Bennington?
Yes, I did. He was quite the teacher's pet from what I understand.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Okay, guess I can call Nancy now.
Hello.
I'm turning the case over to you.
Nancy Drew, taking over.
Maybe Nancy now will talk to Carson about Tony.
Nancy, I'm so glad you're home.
I should get going.
Take care.
This is not making any sense. What am I missing? Okay, I'm gonna call Bess and have her go talk to Tony.
Nancy, what's up?
I'm passing the case to you, Beth.
I'm on the case.
Hello, how can I help you?
Okay.
Bye.
Maybe I didn't check something here. I think I did. I didn't mean to do that. Hmm. Hmm. This is just not making sense.
What's up?
You take the lead now.
I'll take it from here.
What am I missing? Let me check here. Hmm.
Can you take a look at this?
See what he says.
There for an evidence check. Not yet. Keep working.
Just don't get it.
Check. That's done. Did that. Did that. That's done. That's done. Did that. Haven't done that.
Okay, maybe I can call Ned and see what he has on his checklist.
What's up?
I'm passing the case to you, Ned.
Time to help Nancy. Got it. 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 Got it.
Okay, is got it starting to sound weird to you?
I can't do this now. Got it. I can't do this now. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it.
That's what I'm supposed to do. Okay. Figured it out. Hopefully. The Secret Shadow Ranch. Antiquities exhibit declared a fraud. The popular traveling archaeology exhibit Antiquities of the Ancient World has been proven by none other than Riverheise's own Nancy Drew to an elaborate hoax. The exhibit, which so far has grossed more than $50 million worldwide, recently closed its doors after the authenticity of the exhibit's artifacts were called into question. Charges remain to be filed, but investigators have stated that the matter will be taken very seriously. At this time, we cannot comment, said Police Chief McGinnis. We will continue to work closely with national and international law enforcement agencies as the investigation progresses. Those responsible will be held accountable here and abroad. So far, investigators have confirmed that exhibit organizers were aware that the majority of the artifacts were in fact counterfeit. The elaborately recreated artifacts have toured the globe multiple times, fooling over 100,000 ticket holders. They were excellent forgeries, said Drew, but no forgery is ever perfect. After viewing the exhibit, Drew became suspicious when the details of the case didn't match her expectations. The artifacts were a little too perfect, said Drew. In addition to that, the organizers didn't seem at all concerned when a large statue was accidentally broken. To me, that was a red flag. Drew took it upon herself to take out the exhibit, gathering enough evidence to finally put an end to the multi-year fraud. There is nothing more exciting than getting a glimpse of the ancient world, said Drew. We learn so much from history that we can't afford to allow a hoax like this to go unexposed. As of press time, more than 50 artifacts have been declared fraudulent. May have pronounced it wrong. Fan stuff. It's cool. I wish I could bake that well. Let's see if I...
Got it.
Yay, okay. Maybe now I can go and call Nancy or something. I have no idea. My foot's starting to fall asleep. That's great.
What's up?
You should take over.
Oh, my foot's asleep.
I'm on the case.
Whoops. Tap something on my phone. Okay, there we go. I have a bunch of cords right here, so.
I don't need any more evidence.
Yes!
I just have to make sure I've matched the evidence to the correct suspect.
Woohoo!
I think I've got it. Can you come take a look?
I'm on my way.
Woohoo!
Looks solid. Looks like you just got yourself a get-out-of-jail-free card, detective.
Yay!
Yes, I'm out.
Woohoo! Okay, now that we're free, how about we go to the antique store to talk to Alexi and Brenda.
Look who's out! Glad to see that you could get them to see sense. Do you need anything? If you need anything.
Thanks. I didn't know you were following my case.
Couldn't help. Small town. I want you to know that I didn't doubt you, not for a second.
That means a lot.
Trust me, I know. I know what it's like to be in your shoes. It's the worst feeling you can have. You know, your friends really worked hard to get you out.
I know.
I should have worked harder myself. It's probably too late, but anything I can do to help you, anything you need to know, I'm your guy.
What do you know about Tony?
She railroaded you. Practically dropped the police at your door. Either she just hates you, or she's up to something that only you could crack.
Can you tell me anything about the fire? Anything at all?
You know, I wish that I could. I already told everything I know. Except...
Except what?
Okay, I went in.
You what?
I went into the building. I saw you come running out. You looked scared. I just knew it wasn't you who set the fire. And the reporter was just standing there, like she was waiting for you to come out. It wasn't right.
Why didn't you say anything?
It wouldn't have mattered. No one listens to me or trusts me.
Will you testify to that?
Yes, but it's not enough. You need more evidence.
Why did you go into the town hall when it was burning?
The time capsule. Bennington told me he'd put the magnifying glass somewhere I wouldn't find it for years and years. I always assumed he meant in the time capsule. I was just hoping to finally be able to say, see? I didn't do anything. But I guess it's gone now.
Why did you become a detective in the first place?
I was pretty young at the time, and back then my parents owned a shop, much like this one. I wasn't much into the news then, but I knew in those days people didn't much like immigrant families like ours. One night, someone threw rocks through the plate glass window, completely shattering it. My parents were very upset, but they were afraid to go to the police. It wasn't done where we were from. So I took it upon myself to catch the culprit.
Did you?
Never did. But that's when I learned that even a small, nice-looking town has its secrets. I decided I wasn't going to put up with secrets anymore.
Why did you give up on being a detective?
It wasn't a choice. The cases stopped coming.
Bye.
Until next time.
Let's go talk to Brenda.
Nancy, how are you adjusting to life on the outside?
Fine, thank you. I'm not in the mood to do an interview.
That's okay. Everything you say will be off the record.
You're still holding your microphone.
Sorry. Habit.
Still holding it.
All right. You're good. Word of warning, I will get the exclusive. I always do.
Why wasn't your van at the fire?
It was. I just came separately. I share the van with other reporters sometimes.
Can you tell me a little bit about your van?
I never pictured myself as the kind of person to drive around in a van. But I have to admit, this one is pretty cool.
Why is that?
First thing, it's less of a van and more of a mobile action center. I spend more time in here prepping stories than I do at home.
Why are you playing me up as the villain in the media?
I'm just doing my job. I'm letting the world know about all of the suspicious things you've done.
You should be reporting on the truth, not trying to grab a better job. My life is at stake.
Mine too. And anyway, what good does telling the truth do if no one can hear you?
My hair was getting on my nerves.
Is there a way I could get in touch with you later?
Oh, dang it.
Good question. Why don't you take one of my cards?
Is this your cell phone number?
Yes.
You have the reputation of being the first on the scene. How do you do that?
When news breaks, I get there first.
Yes, I've seen the ad. I mean, how do you make it to the scene first?
It's a secret of the trade.
You were at the scene of the fire so fast. How did you manage that?
It's my job to be ready at a second's notice. Some people think I'm just lucky. I prefer to think I'm just that good.
Do you mind if I look around in the van?
Yes, for a variety of reasons, Nancy. First, it's mine, so no. Second, I have dirt on everyone in this town in here. And as a journalist, it's my ethical duty to make sure that all of the embarrassing footage I've got stays private until such a time that it is fit for broadcast.
You mean, like blackmail?
No. No! Is that what you think of me? It's not blackmail, it's fact-checking. I have to balance the individual's right to privacy with the public's need to know.
You didn't exactly extend that courtesy to me.
Yeah.
Didn't I? I think the public needs to know everything it can about the alleged criminal activities of the local self-appointed do-gooder.
I'll let you go.
Goodbye.
Okay, let's call Dad and ask him about Alexei.
Nancy, hi.
Have you found out anything
Or-
about Tony?
or
and the
Tony,
town
whichever
hall
one.
deal?
Nothing concrete.
So you did find out something.
Nancy, promise me you're not going to take what I'm about to say as proof that she's some grand mastermind.
I love when you give me a disclaimer. That means you've got something good, doesn't it?
According to a friend of a friend, she's the majority shareholder in the Heights development.
Meaning?
Meaning if something were to happen to free up that land, say a fire, for example, she stands to profit.
How much?
Let's just say enough.
I knew it!
This isn't proof, Nancy. It's motive, but not proof. Unless you're 100% sure that it's her, take caution.
Don't I always?
No. Rarely to never is more like it. I hope that helped.
Of course. Alexei's been pretty helpful. Do you think I should trust him?
He's got every right to be mad at me. But if anyone knows what you're going through right now, it'd be him. I always say you should trust your instincts. But if it were me, I'd listen to what he says.
Okay.
I need to go. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Let's go talk to Deirdre and Tony at Scoop.
Look what the cat dragged out of the jail.
Good to see you were so concerned.
Oh, I'm sorry if I was misleading. I wasn't concerned.
I want to know what you were doing at the fire. Why were you there?
Look, I don't care about the stupid clues challenge. I really don't. The only reason I was in it was because my dad never shuts up about how I need to be active in the community and blah.
Then why were you following me?
I assumed you were cheating.
Why would you assume that?
Because I was cheating. I thought we were all cheating. That's why I thought it would be fun to catch you in the act.
Wow.
But instead, you did something super crazy, which I did not anticipate.
I didn't set the building on fire.
That's cool. Just so you know, you do a pretty great impression of someone who has recently burned down a building for no reason.
Why are you hanging out here today?
Can you tell your friend to stop spying on me? It's distracting.
I'm not spying on you.
The fact that you responded proves my point.
Oh, shoot.
Oh gosh, I love that. This is pretty funny too.
Thanks for being so helpful, giving Ned all the information.
Just looking out for my number one buddy.
Right.
Your boyfriend's cute, and you were in the clink. I think I'm blameless here.
Well,
Whoa, hold on.
I think.
Relax, Nancy. I'm not one of those girls. I was just window shopping. Anyone can tell he's not going to budge on the you situation.
Well, yeah.
It was just nice to spend a little time with him instead of the idiot boys on campus. I swear, you think they're gonna get more mature in college, but they just head the other direction.
See you later.
Later.
No, talk to Tony.
Nancy, happy to see that you're doing all right. Just so you know, I've been pulling for you this whole time.
That's not what I heard.
Well, you know what they say. Don't believe half of what you read and anything you hear.
Including now?
Burn.
I see that your reputation is well deserved. What do you want?
Tell me about the fire. What were you doing?
I've been over this with enough people already. I was out, I saw smoke, I made a call.
Did you put pressure on the police to arrest someone?
Yes, of course I did.
You did?
I didn't tell them who to arrest. I just told them to do their jobs.
Aren't you worried that you pressured the police into making unnecessary assumptions?
You would have done the same thing. You know it's harder than you think to run a town. If someone has to take the fall for the common good once in a while, so be it.
Well, that's not very fair.
Fairness is a luxury in government. It's sad, but it's true.
My father tells me you're the majority shareholder in the Heights development.
Technically, I have investments in that and other local organizations.
Does that mean you could benefit from the sale of the land if it was no longer protected?
I don't care for that implication. Yes, I could make money from the sale, but I invested in the property, which was languishing, by the way, as an act of public service.
I think you set the fire on purpose to cash in on your investment.
You think I set the fire? What is it? What is it about this town? I swear, working in city government is like posting a big sign that reads, "Hi there, crazy people, please drop in any time."
But you'd benefit from the building burning down. That establishes your motive.
Yeah. Book yourself a room on that sinking ship and tell me how it turns out. When disaster strikes, people always look at the beneficiary. Always. Regardless of what you think of me. I'm not the type to burn down a building, and I'm really not the type to set myself up to be the main suspect.
Can you prove that?
Kind of scared.
You can't prove a negative. I don't have to prove that I'm innocent. You, on the other hand.
Bye.
Bye.
This is kind of funny.
Hi.
Can I get you some ice cream?
No, never again.
Am I missing something? I thought you love ice cream.
Loved ice cream. But then I had bowl after bowl trying to keep my cover, and then my brain froze. Permanently. I'm so cold, Nancy. If I don't make it, tell my parents I died of ice cream poisoning.
Okay, I won't get you ice cream.
When this is all over, I could go for a room temperature snack, and then a warm snack, and then something hot. Baby steps.
See you later.
Talk to you later.
Okay, now let's go in here. They even called Brenda to get her out of her thing because she said she had started everyone in her van. Let's get her out so we can
You
sneak.
have reached the Heights 9 Action News Tip line for Brenda Carlton. Please speak clearly when prompted. To report breaking news in the North River Heights area, say yes. Otherwise, say no.
Yes.
You have indicated a breaking news story in the North River Heights area. Brenda Carlton will be notified directly. Goodbye.
Whoa, sorry. Antiques. I look some of the quotes like this one is my thing right here. Right here is my phone being plugged in so I can look at the chat. Right here is the mic cord. So I was like, okay, it's kind of bad. Gotta be careful. I wanna maybe rearrange something so that I don't have all these cords right around me. Here we go, guys. Snooping time!
Your best Marvin, Nancy's closest friend and confidant.
Yes.
Did she tell you about her plans to burn down Town Hall?
No, she didn't. I mean, she didn't burn anything.
It must have come as a shock to discover what your friend had done.
But she didn't.
It's natural to be in denial. You just want the best for your friend, yes?
Of course.
Who else would she have told her plans to?
No one?
Has she always been secretive like that?
No.
So just recently?
That's not what I meant.
Does she have any enemies?
Well, she solves crimes, so there might be some hard feelings from the people she's gotten in trouble.
She
Yes.
solves crimes, so she must be pretty familiar with how criminals cover up their tracks.
Yeah, she knows all of the tricks. Wait, what are you getting at?
If anyone could get away with the perfect crime, it'd be Nancy, right?
I don't know about that.
So you think there's potential she won't get away with burning down Town Hall?
That's not what I said at all.
So you do think she'll get away with it?
She didn't do it. She's not guilty.
I can see that this is very emotional for you. Thank you for your time. We'll continue to follow the story as it develops.
You took what I said and screwed it all up.
Oh no, Bess. You did great. I know it's upsetting, but really well done.
I want to go again.
Great. I'll find you as details develop.
Oh, Bess. Wait, what's Deirdre doing back there? I should try modifying the settings of the other tracks to enhance the background track and hear what she was saying.
Your best Marvin, Nancy's closest friend and confidant. Your best Marvin, Nancy's closest friend. Your best Marvin.
That's it. Only 4 more tracks to go.
Yes. No. She...
There we go.
I don't see anything. I saw her come through this way. It's gotta be here.
She didn't.
Maybe it was destroyed in the fire. I'm not imagining things. I know what I saw.
Of course.
I can't assume that.
No,
It's not here, okay?
that's not what I meant.
No, I'll find it. I'll find it.
Deirdre thought she was following me. Who was she really following? How could Brenda have possibly made it to all of those interviews so quickly? It doesn't make sense.
Let's get in this little thingy right here. Ms. Carlton, I understand that there has been some frustration on your end concerning our decision to pull your antiquities story from the national broadcast schedule. You have assembled a true, remarkable piece of investigative journalism, but the fact remains that you're trying to sell us on a story the public has already seen. The investigation into the antiquities fraud is one of the best pieces of investigation journalism that's come across my desk, but hence you got there first. My advice to you is that at this point is to let this go. My patience is limited. If you call me again about my decision to pull your story, understand that in no uncertain terms, it will be the last time I take your call. Get over this and regroup. Put together a new package and make sure you do whatever it takes to keep your story from leaking. Call me when you're really ready to take the next step in your career. I see big things for you here. If you can clear this first big hurdle, don't call. Dang. Okay, let's go back to Deirdre and talk to her and see why she was there.
Hello.
Oh, she is cheery.
How do you think Brenda gets around town so quickly?
She probably speeds and never gets tickets because she's good looking.
Didn't you get a ticket from a red light camera?
Alright, that's a flaw in my logic, but I'm still going to assume I'm right. I've got no idea how she does it.
What do you know about the notes that were left for me?
Promise not to be super mad?
Okay, fine.
That's not the first note I found. I found another note earlier on your porch.
What did it say?
It gave me a place to go. I went there. Nothing happened. That's when I thought maybe someone was expecting to meet you. Next time I intercepted the note and sent it your way.
And you followed me.
Right.
Why are you admitting all this? I thought you hated me.
I do hate you. But I don't hate you. It's complicated. I just truly enjoy hating you, and I'd hate for something to happen that would throw off our equilibrium. Also, it's not fair.
Well, that's really nice of you.
Whoa.
Thanks.
And that's why I hate you. So much positivity. And you're welcome.
Bye.
That makes no sense. Talk to Tony.
Hello, how can I help you?
Does River Heights have any shortcuts that most people don't know about?
Shortcuts? No. There are the tunnels, but those are locked up as far as I know.
Tunnels?
Yeah, from back when everyone was worried about the Cold War. They've been locked for as long as I can remember. Doubt you could find your way in if you tried.
Bye.
Come again.
Hey, what's up?
Did you find anything out about Brenda?
Oh, I forgot. Nancy, I'm so sorry about the interview. You know I'd never say anything like that. Brenda just...
Took what you said out of context? I know. Don't worry. I know how she is.
I was so worried you'd be mad when that came out.
Try to get my phone up here. There we go.
Has there been much traffic or road work these last few days?
It's been the worst. It took me 45 minutes to get across the river Monday morning. It would have been faster to walk.
Trying to get comfortable. My foot keeps falling asleep.
When you were stuck in traffic on Monday, when exactly was that?
10. Chic Boutique's Chic Week doorbuster was kicking off at 10, and I was late. Nancy, it was a travesty.
But if the traffic was that bad, how could Brenda have made it to both of the interviews on her time log?
Either she's good at being in two places at once, or she's got some top secret route I don't know about.
I'll let you go.
Talk to you later.
Okay. Talk to Alexi.
Nancy, I need to ask. Why did you trust me right away? Your friends didn't.
We sleuths have to stick together.
Yeah.
Plus, my father said you were worth trusting.
He did.
He did.
Well, that's just... I don't even know what to say. I'm surprised to hear that, I guess.
I'm stuck. Do you have any advice from your detective days?
Times were different back then. The town's a lot nicer these days. You used to have lots of crooks running around in those tunnels.
Tunnels?
Yeah, there's a whole network of tunnels under the town. They say they're from the Cold War, but they're even older.
Wow.
Built by smugglers and the like. And the city turned them into a fallout shelter in the 50s.
How do I find my way in?
I don't know if I should help you with that. The tunnels are very dangerous.
So?
I have to find a way into the tunnels. My case depends on it.
I see. You know, Nancy, when I was younger, I used to love to read. A good book always gave me great ideas. There's a book over there you should check out.
I really don't have time for that.
There's always time for this book. I always brought it with me on my adventures as a kid. You'll want to read it cover to cover.
Bye.
Until next time.
Cover to cover. Blast from the past.
Alexi said cover to cover. There must be a code on the book's cover. It's a coded guide for getting around the tunnels. Alexi's guide said there'd be a tunnel entrance right outside the antique shop.
Okay. If I remember correctly, I can call him out and he'll see something. No, okay, apparently not.
See you later.
Bye.
Hello, Nancy.
You're the one who left me the notes, aren't you?
Yes.
You lured me to town hall. You led me to that room. All I need to know now is whether you were trying to frame me or trying to kill me.
They both would have made a great story.
You won't get away with this.
You and I both know you have no proof.
I've got your fingerprints, and
I'll be on the air before you know it. Spinning your story so hard that every potential juror in this town will be itching to lock you up and throw away the key.
Far from it. I'm going to make sure everyone in this town finds out who you really are.
Look, you do what you want. If I were you, I'd take my head start and book myself a flight out of the country.
I'm not the type to run away.
Before you say that, I'd take a good long look at Alexi. That man's sad, broken down, lonely life in that grimy old store is your future if you stay. Your choice.
I'm mad
This is about the antiquities show, isn't it?
at her.
This is about you. You know who screws up my leads? You. You know who gets in my way? You. You know who I'm sick of? Precious, special Nancy Drew. I'm going to love watching this town turn its back on you.
Dang. Okay, now I need to go to the Jew house.
Nancy, you're out. I was so worried. You have no idea.
Thank you for your help. You guys are the best friends in the world.
We're not out of the woods. You need anything, you let me know.
So, how's the case coming?
Okay. Much better now that you're out. We're a team, but I still like it when you lead the way.
Yep. Okay, this is funny.
So, how did Ned do with Deirdre?
I have never seen him so stressed out. In any other case, it would have been funny. I sort of feel bad for Deirdre. Only sorta. I don't want to get a reputation here as a softie.
Did you find out anything else about Alexi's detective past?
Not much. I asked around a little. He solved a lot of tough cases. It's not fair that the town just turned its back on him.
What if he was really framed?
Then we'll take that case next.
Do you know about any tunnels in River Heights?
Yeah, I didn't know that they were actually real. How cool is that?
That is pretty
It's
cool.
Brenda. She's setting me up.
I knew you'd figure it out.
Now I just need to figure out how to stop her broadcast.
Say no more. I know just the thing. Let me go grab it. If you can go find a battery for me, I'll be right back.
I know where to grab one. Wrong one. Nope. Okay, can I have this room? I mean, seriously. That'd be amazing. Oops. Exit out of the game.
Oh my
No,
gosh!
jeez.
Who would do something like that? Someone could really get hurt.
Who would do this?
Arsonists will get a taste of their own medicine. Ooh.
Some of the fine citizens of River Heights have been expressing their outrage ever since you were arrested.
I can't believe someone would do that.
Don't worry about it. They're just a big bunch of cowards. We'll take care of this for you.
Were you able to find anything to stop Brenda?
I think I've got something good. Sort of. It's in pieces, but I'll figure it out. Maybe you could help?
Of course. What is it?
A jammer. Once this baby is up and running, there'll be no way she can get her broadcast on the air. Do you have the battery?
Yes. Here.
That's exactly the one I need.
Of course it is.
Perfect.
We need to hurry. I'll work on getting all the pieces wired up if you could work on getting all the connections powered on.
You got it. I need to get all of the connections powered on.
Getting there. Oh gosh, this is kind of hard.
Got it.
Yes!
This should keep Brenda from going on the air for a little while at least.
Perfect. You'll need to connect it to the signal box in Brenda's van. She should be using the standard system, so you'll just need to connect the two together. Here, take a look. There are colored wires with this. Just connect the identical color terminals with a matching color wire. Be careful not to cross any wires though, or it'll short out and not turn on. Once it's on, it'll be blocking the signal but will only last for about 30 minutes before the battery dies.
Okay.
I wish I could make it last longer, but it's the best I can do right now. Go find a way to put it on Brenda's van's antenna, but don't let her know it's there. Once it's on, you'll have to move quickly. It won't last long.
Goodbye.
Until next time.
Now we need to hurry. But, you know, just for fun, let's call Ned, because I know he says something. I think I accidentally called him or something at this point one time.
What's up?
Ned, I need some help.
There we go.
Brenda's going to turn this whole town against me.
I know. Things are looking pretty bad. If Brenda runs this story... Wait a second. Brenda might have a hold on the River Heights media, but I know a lot of people in Mapleton. I'm going to run there now. If I can convince the Mapleton Press to pick up the story on Brenda, I don't know if that will work, but at least we'll be fighting back.
Ned, you don't have to do that.
Yes, I do. I know you can handle things here. Let me work on this just in case.
Thanks, Ned.
Aw.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Okay. So, now, is she in here? She's gone. Yay. Okay, right there.
The jammer should go here. All I need to do next is match the colored terminals.
Oh, jeez. There we
That's
go.
it.
Woohoo.
Signal is getting jammed. Time to hurry.
Okay, so now.
This must be how Brenda gets around town so quickly.
Woohoo. Okay, what did it say on the key? 5C. Okay, so let's need to look for 2, 1B. That's wrong. Nope. Nope, didn't check that one. There we go. Here it is. We're almost done with the game, guys.
This is definitely enough evidence for the chief to know it was Brenda. That's definitely enough isopropyl alcohol to burn down town hall.
Nancy? Lose something? I'll be honest, I was not expecting to see you here. Clever move with the jammer.
This is how you got into town hall to start the fire, isn't it?
If you have to ask, do I need to bother to answer?
Why? Why would you do this?
You've got the next 10 to 20 years to figure that out. I'll give you a hint. If they give you TV privileges in the big house, you'll be seeing a lot of me.
But why frame me?
If I didn't, you'd screw up everything for me.
But none of this.
You can't. Ha, here it is. Take a good look. It may look like a tape, but to you, it's the final nail in your coffin.
I need to get out of here and stop Brenda before she broadcasts whatever is on that tape.
Need to hurry.
Stuck. Ugh, there has to be a way to get this open.
Here we go. And yay!
Ha! I knew we were getting close. Today just keeps on getting better.
It's the clues challenge thing. Woohoo! We talk to the chief.
Chief, I've got something you need to see.
Could no longer contain the darkness inside herself. In a desperate act, she set the night sky ablaze. Perhaps we'll never know what caused Nancy Drew to strike the match that forever changed this town. But one thing is certain. River Heights will be a safer place with Nancy Drew behind bars. With a heavy heart, we must forever say goodbye to a former hero and look bravely. Excuse me, I'm in the middle of a broadcast.
Brenda Carlton, you're under arrest.
No, this isn't happening. You can't do this. Get your hands off of me. You don't want to mess with me. I've got dirt on all of you. I could ruin every single one of you.
Yeah, that's a risk we'll have to take. Back to you, Jim.
Dear Hannah, Brenda was right about one thing. Her broadcast did make it all the way to the national news. Just not exactly the way she had intended. Not the type to let a little thing like a prison sentence get in the way of her ambition. She's already started working the weather news desk at Heights Regional Correction Center. I'm sure she'll work her way to the lead anchor desk during the next 10 to 20 years. While Tony had nothing to do with the fire, she did show her true colors. As the details of the case emerged, public support for Tony fell to an all-time low. Tony quietly removed her name from the ballot, but remains behind the counter at Scoop. It'll be a while before any of us go out for ice cream again. To everyone's surprise, the time capsule survived the fire. And sure enough, when it was opened, J.P. Bennington's so-called stolen property was recovered.
Yay!
After decades, Alexei was finally vindicated. Dad is working on formally pardoning Alexei of all wrongdoing.
Woo!
For once, Alexei seems pretty happy. When I asked him if he's interested in being a detective again, he said, never again. But he did say he would be happy to help any time. Deirdre is still Deirdre.
Yeah.
She's throwing a post-clues challenge party this weekend. Not surprisingly, Ned's been invited. And not surprisingly, Bess, George, and I have not. Not that we go anyway. The town hall is set to be demolished soon and replaced with a new museum celebrating the history of River Heights. Word is that Alexei may be asked to be head curator.
That's cool.
Now that I've been publicly exonerated, the town has really started to show its support again. My neighbors have gotten together to repair our window, and my house is overflowing with notes of support and baked treats. For me, it's just nice to no longer be public enemy number one. As the winners of the Clues Challenge, I got to choose what to place in the time capsule. I'm pretty happy with what I chose to put in there. If you think about it, you'll be able to figure out what it is. Or you could always wait 50 years until it's reopened. Finally, I couldn't have gotten through everything without help from the best friends a girl could have. And, of course, your wonderful gift basket. Can't wait to see you. Love, Nancy.
What did she put in the time capsule? I've never, I've looked it up and stuff, no one knows. What is, which of the following is not one of Alexa's cases? Dang it. Good cartographer, knowing your way around. Town, legal lawyer for planning the paperwork, and team player for getting everyone involved. That's good. This is a good game.
Halfway across the world, beyond Cairo and the ancient pyramids, a lost world rises from the shifting desert sands. I've joined leading archaeologists to help unearth a site that some say may be the true tomb of Egypt's legendary lost queen. But once I arrive, rumors of terrifying curses fly, and stories of the site's deadly past begin to surface. It's up to me to solve an ancient riddle and find Egypt's legendary lost queen before a curse as old as the pharaohs themselves seals my fate forever.
Dun dun dun.
Join me in my next adventure,
Tomb of the Lost Queen. That would hurt. Just look up and see a piece of the ceiling that would hurt. Okay, everybody. I beat Alibi and Ashes. That is one of my favorite games. So it was really fun to do. This video will be up tonight. I hope all have enjoyed the stream. Please subscribe to my YouTube. And like me on Facebook. And follow me on Twitch and Twitter. I will post on my social media sites about what next nature game I'm probably going to play. I might play a nature game next weekend. I might not. It depends on what game I'm currently streaming. Light bugs. I actually didn't notice that. Oh my gosh. It could be. Okay, now we have to go back and rewatch that part. That is cool. I never noticed that, and I played this game 7 times, 8 times, 8 times now. Anyway, yeah, I might play an Institute game next weekend. It depends on what game I'm playing. Because currently, I stopped playing a game last week so I could play the Alibi Nashes for the 87th anniversary of Institute, which the book's over here. And because I was currently playing Star Wars: The Force Unleashed, and I stopped for the weekend so I could play this game. But I'm gonna be continuing playing Star Wars: The Force Unleashed tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, so you can watch me then. Because I have not played the game. Everything you're seeing me doing, I've not played at all. Yeah. So I hope I'll do it stream. Come back tomorrow, and I'll put up a voting thing on Twitter and on Facebook. About what Nathan Drew game I should play next weekend. Sorry. And I hope you all have a good rest of the Sunday. Hope you all have a good Monday, because Mondays are hard. Right? Bye, everybody.